these liberals not understand that this is the point? Like, this is the goal. Walmart CFO signals that price hikes may be coming because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Yeah, we fully expect price hikes on foreign products because we will only be applying tariffs to foreign products. Look, Aaron, I recognize you probably have no fucking idea how tariffs work.
I don't know what it is, but for some reason I think you're the one who doesn't understand how tariffs work. So the first thing that we need to understand is, what does this economy look like that does not trade? This is what's commonly known as a closed economy. And we can see here that we have the supply and demand, and the market is at equilibrium with the price here and the quantity sold being here. So now let's introduce some foreign competition to the market. What happens to our supply and demand curves? Well, in an open economy with trade, supply 1 changes over to supply 2. So with the new supply in mind, the price goes down from P1 to P2 right there. And then the quantity that people are consuming is now from Q1 to Q2, so they get more. So basically what happens when you open up your economy to trade, the price of your product will typically come down along with domestic production. Over here, our companies were fulfilling the entire demand, producing at Q1. And then after we opened the economy, the price dropped. So now domestic production comes down here to what we will call Q3. And then foreign production is what makes up the difference right here from Q3 to Q2. And right now, it's really important to understand that American producers are selling their products at P2, not P1, P2. Because they have to compete in the open economy. If they sold their products at P1, nobody would buy it. They would just jump to the foreign product. So the American producers limit their supply so they can make a profit at this price. And then they just let the foreign producers make up for this gap in extra demand. So now let's say that you place a tariff on imports. And this tariff basically makes the price of something go from P2 back up to P1 where we were in the closed economy. If we do that, essentially this will eliminate those foreign imports by bringing the price back over to what it was at the closed economy. However, if you've been paying attention a little bit, in the open economy, American producers sold items at P2. So we add in the tariff on foreign imports to bring the price back up to P1. So now if we import nothing and rely only on American supply, our price won't be down here at P2, it will be at P1. So placing tariffs on imports allows American producers to raise their prices as well, because now they don't have to deal with the lower price of a foreign competitor. So it's really simple economics in that when you enact a tariff, it is going to allow that domestic producer to also increase their prices. And really, it's just simple supply and demand. But now the counter side of the argument is, okay, well, sure, prices go up, but I don't mind because it's going to bring jobs back, right? Because if you remember in the story, American producers were producing at Q3. Foreign producers make up the gap between Q3 and Q2. So if we basically eliminate the open economy by placing a tariff to bring price back up to where it should be, where it was in our closed economy, then the debate is that it's going to bring back more jobs because we're going to see American production go from Q3 to Q1, so an increase in American production. Which is a very valid point as to why tariffs can work and be a good thing. However, another thing that you need to consider is, what are you placing a tariff on? Does America have the natural resources in order to make that product at home? Because if we don't have enough natural resources to make it here at home and then you place a tariff on it, well, that's not good for anybody. On top of that, the other balancing act that we need to do revolves around overall GDP. So for those of you who don't know, gross domestic product in America is made up of consumption, business investment, government spending, and net exports. Consumption in the United States makes up for about 67% of our entire gross domestic product. Net exports with trade only makes up about 3%, and then business and government spending both make up 15% each. So let's say that you go ahead and enact these tariffs so prices go up across the board on the products. This will of course help your net exports, but that's only 3% of our economy. What happens to consumption when prices of products go up? That's right, consumption typically goes down. But of course, the good theory is that business investment will increase, and then of course it will also help our net export/trade deficit. So the balance is how do you balance these? How do you balance business investment, net exports with trade and tariffs in a way that you don't affect consumption, in which totally tanks our GDP because that's the majority of our economy. So, if you honestly think that prices are only going to go up on foreign products, got bad news for you.